Hey guys, Dave Norona here from Marlon Recreational Products, and I'm here to talk to you about the 2019 Marlon Xplore Pro 2 sled deck. This thing is really amazing, so get ready because it's loaded with tons of features. First and foremost, underneath we make a 7-foot and an 8-foot deck now. The great thing about our decks is that the rear legs move so that you can actually fit an 8-foot or a 7-foot in a short box or a long box just by adjusting those rear legs. They also come with the kit, that basically the fit kit that allows you to set the deck higher or lower, because each pickup box is deeper or shallower, so that allows so that your basically the sides of the deck can come down flush or even below the sides of your pickup box, keeping that weather out. So very, very cool. And of course, when we talk about putting in a sled deck, the best way is to bolt it into your pickup box. I know lots of guys use cables. The problem with that is the D-rings in your pickup box are actually made really cheap, and in a season if you're riding really rough roads, they'll pull through. So the best is to bolt it in, and even back it up with chains is the ultimate way to do that. When we talk about the ramp, it comes with a 10-foot ramp. There is a 12-foot ramp option, and the nice thing about the ramp is it's really easy to use, telescoping wrap. And it comes now complete with wide glides. And why this is really cool is because not only does it make it super easy for loading your sled up onto the ramp and walking up and down safely, but if you use it for a side-by-side or an ATV in the summertime, you can use this ramp up to 50 inches wide, and you get complete contact with those extra wide glides. So very cool. Also, when we move up onto the top of the deck, this deck has wide glides on the extruded sides that come out for carrying 2 sleds, and the regular super glides in the middle. So it is completely covered with glides up top, again making it safe for walking around, especially when it gets icy and slippery. Now when we talk about getting your sled up onto the deck, it's really easy to do. You just need a consistent throttle. You actually don't need to go fast, because the glides allow it to slide right up, and the rungs on the ladder allow for great grip when you're getting your snowmobile up there. So it's got a nice headache rack up there that protects the back window of your pickup. And when we talk about clamping it down, of course we use the best in the business, the Super Clamp tie down system. This is the front super clamp right here, and of course the rear super clamp, and of course you get 2 of those when you purchase the Xplore Pro deck. It also comes loaded with the super track along the side. And why this is really cool is if you're a snow biker, or you use dirt bikes and trials bikes like I do in the summertime, or you want to tie down that ATV in the summertime, you can move these deck hooks along the super track anywhere on the deck. So you can tie down other types of things that you want, or even back up your snowmobile if you're going long distance or over really rough terrain. So very, very cool. And one last thing on that note, it's all designed to make you carry the load safely and securely. But if you're leaving your sled overnight at a hotel, or you're traveling and you're going in for lunch after riding, the best thing I do is go to a hardware store and get 4 locks that are all keyed the same, and now I can lock my 2 front super clamps and my 2 rear super clamps with this one lock. And all you do is, instead of using the key that is on your super clamp, you just take that off and you put your lock in its place. So now it's safe, secure, and also you have security when you leave your sleds on your deck. The next thing we're going to talk about is lighting systems, and this is actually where Marlon is really knocked out of the park. You have driving lights on the side of your deck, and then you have 4 LEDs at the top of your headache rack, as well as 4 LEDs under the bottom. So it's really well lit up for those days that you arrive early in the morning and it's dark, or you leave late in the evening and it's also dark. And now we have the full bar light. Now this is 3,000 lumens with your driving lights, your signals, and your brake light, and then it's 6,000 lumens when you put it in reverse or backup or turn on your truck, so that when you're unloading in the dark, you now can light up almost that whole parking lot. So very, very cool. And you'll see on my deck, I actually, because I run 175 and 165 Ski-Doo snowmobiles, I have a 7-foot deck with a 2-foot extension. And this extension actually can be flipped over, so if you're going to the city or you drive to work on weekdays and you don't want this extension hanging off, you just flip it back and it goes right on to the top of the truck. And when you want it down for the weekend of riding, you just pull down the extension and it just goes down into place. And it also comes with the light bar, and you just unplug it at the from your deck and plug it into the extension, and you're good to go. Well, there you go, guys. Like I said, this Marlon Xplore Pro 2 deck is loaded with amazing features. You can check them out all online at marlonproducts.com, as well as visit one of our local dealers. They're so knowledgeable on all the important things that make this deck work so well. Most of the stuff that you don't see is all the research and design that goes into it to make it really safe and structurally strong, which is why if you use side-by-sides or ATVs in the summertime, you can add the side-by-side riser to any one of the Marlon decks, previous or right up to our 2019, and they just bolt in with 4 bolts. And it's very, very strong way and to carry your side-by-side right up to the 165-inch Maverick X3. So very, very cool. And you can check out all that stuff as well at marlonproducts.com. We'll see you out there and hope you have a great season.